this is Damage Inc. and what we're going to do here is run through a little tutorial showing you if you're a beginner and you want to learn how to start making music, dance music, house, dance, rave, old school style stuff. I'm going to run through a few little basic tips for you beginners to get started on, and things that I haven't found on YouTube myself when I've looked. So I'm going to hopefully do a few little things that you're going to find handy and useful to get you going. I'm using Cubase 11 here. You can use whatever you want because the same techniques will apply in any sequencer that you choose to use. I always recommend Magic's Acid as a entry level sequencer because it's very easy and good to use with audio and samples that you want to throw into your sequencer and mess around and play with them like a jigsaw puzzle. Anyway, let's get into it. I've set the track at 128 beats per minute because that tends to be the basic tempo for most modern house music. So a lot of you that are tuning in will probably want to be running at 128 beats per minute. Depending on your genre, whether you're drum and bass at 174 beats per minute or dubstep or breaks, you may want to do a different tempo, but the techniques will work the same. One thing that I'm going to show you that I do, I use a wireless Logitech keyboard, and one of the most important things to get started is to set up your key commands so that if you can see the screen there, when I press H, it expands. When I press G, it shrinks. When I press A, it brings up my mixing desk. J is my snap. K and L make it expand horizontally and vertically like that. So that's a good little tip. Set up your key commands and that will save you a lot of time and messing around with all the cursors. Let's do this then. I'm going to start off, I always think it's a good idea to start off with some drums. So I'm going to put the kicks over here and just get a basic thing running. Also, what I have decided to go with, which I think a lot of you will benefit from, is a little kit to set it up. I've used a Vengeance kit. I'm going to import that now in a minute and you'll see what that is. Right, let's import it. MIDI file. So I'm going to select MIDI file. Don't want to create a new project. I want it to stay at 128. This is the one. It is from the Vengeance Total Dance Sensation 2 Song Kit. And as you can see, it's 140 beats per minute. But I'm not going to be running at 140. I'm going to use 128 because it's good for you to know that you can change the tempo to suit what it is you're doing. So there, it's brought in all the MIDI that we're going to use here. Now, I'm going to cut this and trim it. Get rid of the bits at the beginning that I don't want. Get rid of that. And I'm going to show you how you can get this MIDI file, which if you're a beginner and you can't play particularly, this is very, very handy. Because it shows that you can make music even if you can't play, which is what a lot of you will want to probably learn how to do. So I'm going to solo this bass. And I'm going to copy that to this channel up here. Right. Move it up to there. Now I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to go inside it. I'm going to stretch this out. If I play it as it comes in the MIDI file, you can hear it squeaking horrible. Right, so what I am going to do is I'm going to select the glue. I'm going to join these notes that it's got for the MIDI. Whoop. Going to link them up because I don't want those stabby bass notes. I want it to be long and flat. Right. Now, going to just extend these out a little bit. And this will make the bass sound much better than the stabby bass that the MIDI file gave us, because we're going to convert this basic MIDI file. You heard what it sounded like there, stabby and horrible. Now that I've extended these notes out, we're going to highlight them, going to drop them 2 octaves. Now we've got a nice sub. That sounds much better. Now, we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to glue this. As you can hear the stabby notes. The reason for this is the Vengeance sample pack has made it suit a style which is an offbeat bass, so the kick drum would come in and then the bass note after it. Offbeat bass make it pump, but we don't really want that. Highlight them all out, pull them out, drop the coming along. Move it over, get this last one over here. Glue it back up again. Now you can get this Vengeance pack and it's full of different kits to get you started. And of course, like the style, I want to show you how you can change what it is originally designed to sound like to something that suits what you want to do. Or you can make your own, or download a famous song that you like and then alter it so it doesn't sound like that original song anymore. But just use the ingredients if you can't play. Right, there we go. Got a nice sub. Shrink this. Get all this out of the way. So there, we've got a couple of bars of this sub, which is sounding quite nice. Now I'm going to colour this so I know where it is and what it is. So that's red. Now we've got our drums over there. Let's move all this other stuff. Let's see what we end up with. So what I've done is I've put in a percussion drum loop and I've just put a kick in there. Now I'm going to add a snare and a clap, but in a style that's going to suit a house. I'm going to show you how these ingredients can sound different with different styles as well. grab the pen, give myself a starter at the beginning there. Copy and paste, and you can see it starts getting its structure. Now remember, this is just using that MIDI. Right. Now, I've got a copy of that MIDI bass, but I am going to put it over here. Get that sort of Oliver Howden's type future bass sound. I want that to play nicely over the sub. Quite a nice little hollow bass sound. Shrink this down a bit. I'm going to move all this all over here. Now I'm going to copy the sub. Bars. I'm going to show you what it sounds like when you just change the drum structure now. Let's do this. Same ingredients, same MIDI, same sounds, but we're going to change the drum structure now. And we're going to give it a two-step garage style beat. Just like that. So if some of you are trying to get that 90s style garage bass and beat, the difference is when you're doing this, the structure is 4/4 on the house with the snare on every other beat, the same snare, but the drum pattern changes. So it's like, instead of 4/4 kick, it's dum 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 dum. And you can have fun messing around with the snares to change that even more. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to watch the next episode, click right here. If you want to watch the series, the playlist is over here. And if you'd like to like and subscribe to the channel, just click up here, please. Thank you very much.